able to find the book. So maybe if I go up here. Who's this? Someone's dead here?
You must be Nikvard, eh?
I think we found him. Well,
I hope someone pays for a requiem mass.
oh, there's the book.
How many more times am I gonna have to poke around in corpses and shit for that damn crazel?
Where's that damn grave digger?
I can't loot him while there's a guy here. Well, mystery solved. He died near where the shit is. I had the feeling he had some type of, I don't know, he probably had some type of stomach problem, overworked himself trying to get to where that book is, and died pretty much just before he found the book. So that, thank God I found it. Because I was about to say, am I going to have to look up a guide to find the book? Like, just, where's the book? And it's all in, the hints are all in the wordings of all three of these people. Clearly he had stomach problems. He went to a privy that was near the training quarters, and he lost a book somewhere around there. If it's not in the privy, then most likely wherever the privy ends up. Slightly shabby man. Alright, let's see what happens. If I instantly peg them as, they don't seem like bandits.
How are you?
Very well. Thanks for asking. Fancy a chat?
Sure.
Who have we here now? Foreigner! Die, German dog!
Wait!
I'm not a German.
You want to try me?
I'm bleeding!
Oh shit, he got his ass whooped. That's what happens when you call me a foreigner. I'm native to these lands, you filthy ape. I'm not in my travel attire, so I definitely took some damage there. Who would think I was a foreigner? Why are they attacking foreigners all nilly-willy? That's very dangerous. Well, they've learned their lesson permanently.
You silly doggy.
I'm gonna clean myself before I talk to the big guy.
Praise the Lord.
Good day to you.
Hey, big guy.
My friend?
I have that book.
I have the book for you.
Well, I must admit, I haven't had an apprentice this handy in a long time. Zinnik has nothing on you.
I didn't even look inside.
You had a treasure like this in your hands, and you weren't even curious to have a peek? Well, I suppose it's not for everyone.
Oh, I should have
I'll
looked.
have a look for myself. This really is something. But why is it all covered in shit, for fuck's sake?
Don't be a princess.
Let's just say the scribe didn't have it. It actually wasn't even in the castle. Under it, really.
Oh, refining saltpeter. Boil wine and alum. Grind.
He's making gunpowder.
It makes sense.
He is making
Study the
gunpowder.
rest on the way. Well, the last chapter of our story of knowledge awaits us. The grand finale.
Oh. What now?
So what now? Do you have another job for me?
Charcoal. Sulfur from Hermes Trismegistos. Saltpeter from the carcass pit. As long as Black Bertolt didn't make any mistakes in his calculations, we have everything.
What Bertold? Oh, God damn it, Crazer, what's going on here? I'm tired of flying back and forth like a rag on a stick. I won't be led around by the nose. Will you finally tell me what's going on?
Believe it or not, all this secrecy had its reasons. But now I don't have to hide anything from you. It's time. We'll meet with the others in the lair, and there you'll learn the whole truth. You go ahead. I'm going to get a few things ready here.
Are you making ammunition?
I hope you keep your word this time.
Okay. Let's go to the lair. I'm going to keep my persuasion attire on until I need to travel. Do, 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 do.
Go! Go! What'll happen now?
Our last supper, with only one but very filling course, awaits us.
Crazel, please. For once, just once, tell me what's actually going on.
And rob myself of enjoying your blissful ignorance? Not a chance. Tell me yourself, what do you think is going to happen?
Like always. You'll send me off somewhere to look for something, and you'll have a fancy speech to go with it.
He knows you now as well as we do, Miller.
I do tend to do that, true enough. But no, today things will be different. Bonnie will start today. At least I'll finally see if she understood my teachings. Bonnie?
Gunpowder.
I'd like to thank you on behalf of the whole gang for all the work you've done. We
Thanks.
could never have finished the job without you. We found 2 new partners, you and Monarch here. It's good to have someone to rely on. So, it's time we started being honest with you, so you can finally learn the whole truth.
Not yet. Let's pull up that uppity bastard's leg a bit longer. That's the fun part.
No, Z-Neck.
We're just gonna
First of all,
be
I'd
quiet.
rather like them legs of his. And secondly, I think we've put him through enough suffering. This whole time, you've been collecting ingredients and clues for us. But, so you wouldn't go nosing around, we always told you it was for something different than it actually was.
The miller here calls it tackets.
Tactics, you idiot. And everything worked out according to plan. So today we're finally close to our great success. With the help of Hermes Trismegistos and his successors, we'll finally complete the dream of all alchemists. Our magnum opus.
Exactly, Bonnie.
Magnum opus. A great work of alchemy. You're trying to make the Philosopher's Stone.
I see you've learned something after all. But
Oh, is that what they're trying to do?
Philosopher's Stone isn't our goal.
Oh.
Let's see then, Henry. What is it you think we're making here?
Gold, Russian, weapons, elixir. I'd say weapons.
Some kind of weapon?
Well, Henry's not too far from the truth after all, don't you think? Actually, he's pretty spot on.
I know exactly what you're
Weapons
making.
were our last order of business. Let's start at the beginning. My father was a miller as well, but I was never much interested in the trade. Even as a young boy, I loved running around Lower Samine and investigating everything living and dead. And I had a lot of questions about everything. Then my mother, God rest her soul, decided it'd be best for me to go to study in Prague. As soon as I grew up and gained a bit of sense, I packed my bags and left.
So you went to a university in Prague? The son of a miller?
Why not? My father worked his arse off, and he had the coin for it, miller or not. I met a lot of remarkable people at the university, and my thirst for knowledge kept growing. But in the end, It only took a year of all that pretentious, scholarly blathering and hypocritical nonsense for me to realize I wouldn't learn anything proper there. Most of the students and masters are just a bunch of dogmatic fools. They have their own truth, and those who want to know more or ask the wrong questions fall into disfavor.
It's kind of like regular day university. Anyone that goes to college will see that right off the back.
You left your studies?
And I'm glad I did. The most important science is not subject to any religious dogma. And, of course, it's not taught at any university.
You mean alchemy?
Exactly. The art of combination and dissolution. The key to understanding the very nature of the world. There's only one queen of science. Alchemy. I returned to the mill in Lower Samine and started a new life.
What did your parents say when you returned from your studies?
My mother had already passed away. All my father said was, "I knew you'd be back." And he sent me to haul sacks of flour. I think in the end he was glad to have someone to take over the mill from him. From then on, alchemy became my true passion. I brought a few important books from Prague. I started with the most difficult thing. I tried to create gold.
That was pretty daring of you.
As you might expect, it didn't work. But after a few tries, I managed to create something entirely different. Once I tried mixing sulfur, charcoal, and saltpeter. I had a candle burning next to me. A gust of wind scattered the mixture.
Oh boy.
And all of a sudden, bang! I almost shit myself, I tell you. But then I realized I'd unwittingly created a miracle. Explosive black powder.
So I was right. You're making weapons.
No, it's about much more than that. We're all in on it now.
I couldn't continue my experiments on my own, but Bonnie and Zinnig did a few little jobs for me.
So he initiated us.
But we just still didn't know how to do it right and not blow ourselves up in the process.
And we used up a huge amount of saltpeter and sulfur.
By the way, the manuscript from that Hermes Trismegistos was our shopping list and price list for material from Kuttenberg.
Only we didn't know correct proportions. I looked up a few of my former fellow students and brought it up with them. And we found out that before us, some monk had already made the discovery.
Some fella called Black Bertold. And that he even started writing a book called Feuerwehr.
Feuerwerkbuch.
We can believe our luck when we found out there's a copy of it right here at Trotsky.
And you know the rest.
It's a discovery that will change history. In the right hands, it can make miracles happen. All it takes is a spark, and a storm of fire will sweep away the old world order. It will wipe out stupidity and ignorance, once and for all.
And what will happen now?
As I said, we're about to have our last supper on our journey to satisfy our hunger for knowledge. A feast of smoke and fire. Black Bertold never finished his book, because he never had enough ingredients for his last great experiment. But now, thanks to you, we do. We can finally finish Bertold's work and finish his book. We'll see with our own eyes what a barrel of black powder can do. I hope you're as excited as I am.
Before we get started, there's something I want to know. This book, Feuerwerkbuch, what's written in it?
Everything you'd want to know about black powder. How to mix it in the proper ratio, how to store it, how to light it properly, and especially how to use it in warfare, because that's the most important part, after all.
Do you really need that much saltpeter?
We do. Saltpeter makes up almost 3/4 of the mixture. Not even all the cows in the region could produce enough for us once we really get started with manufacturing.
What is it you're going to do with this powder?
During wartime, like it is now, a flammable and explosive mixture like this has more uses than you can imagine. If we had a few big barrels of the stuff, we could demolish Trotsky if we wanted to. And maybe we will.
All of us here are truly passionate about the idea of a new world, and now it's within our grasp.
What is it you studied at the university?
I was supposed to become a preacher.
That fits you. Maybe you'd even be a good preacher.
Maybe I would. Maybe I wouldn't.
God has a path prepared for each of us. And each of us here decided not to follow it.
I was supposed to be a dyer, but I was too lazy to work 6 days a week and soak my hands in lye.
I was supposed to become a nun, but I didn't want to give up the booze. And fellas,
And I've already told you everything. The world is what you make it.
How did a scholar and an alchemist become a thief?
Prague is a big city, and a poor student has no chance of getting a decent place to sleep or even something to eat. Learning to shop with 5 fingers was the first requirement for survival. We're all masters of our own destiny.
I've heard enough. Now I want to see that with my own eyes.
Let's do it then. Bonnie, is everything ready?
indeed it is. We can get started. Long live the beautiful new world.
That explains that loud bang like 10, 20 hours ago.
Looks like it ain't working.
Jesus. Well, that rat's dead.
I'd say it works just fine.
This will change history.
What? I can't hear a thing. But I'd say it works just fine.
That's kind of cool. We got like a what? That's cool that you get like an exclusive cutscene just for that little side thing. You could totally miss that whole entire thing. It's funny. There we go. In combat, you're far more resilient and a mere mortal. Your armor will be 10 points higher at all times. Dear God. Ooh, yeah, let's do this one. I don't think I need to worry about my armor. Viper, piercing damage. I do a lot of piercing damage with my, like, my actual, like, weapon, so let's do that. Viper 2.
And keep the proportions right, we won't fuck it up.
Splinters,
I might
white
actually
ash.
listen to it by
Holy shit. They really fuck things up.
You really led me on about the gunpowder magazine, didn't you? A golem made of dough, souls inside saltpeter, the secrets of light and shadow. That was all just empty talk, wasn't it?
Not exactly. It's all based on the real philosophy of the Jewish Kabbalah. I studied the writings of Bonaventura and Dietrich von Freiberg, but it was never in my interest to put their theories into practice. But they work brilliantly as a cover-up, don't you think?
I really thought you'd have a golem made from dough walking around the mill, or that I could become invisible.
Ah, but black powder is no less a miraculous creation.
So for the last time, Crazel, what now?
I'll do what I promised, and what will most likely be my fate. I'm going to gather together all the knowledge I've acquired and finish Black Berthold's book. I'll finish his opus.
Uh-huh. And what about me?
That's up to you, Henry. You're a free man. Lower Samine has no hold over you, and never did. You know, the inevitability of God's plan takes no interest in people like you and me. We'll always be little people, beneath it all.
That sounds somehow hopeful in a peculiar way, I'd say. Now I'm even happier about the great thing we've accomplished here.
The ideal conclusion, I'd say. Maybe it's time to carry sacks at a different mill. But if you're still interested in learning a bit more, drawing from the well of alchemical knowledge...
I know where to find you.
Indeed.
I think there's a way to, like, learn the actual black
Like
powder.
to learn something new.
Like, you should be able to make your
You know
own
how things work
ammunition.
around here. All right. But don't forget, this will take some time. Throw in a few coins and I'll teach you whatever you want.
For instance, I'd like to know how to pry open a lock properly. Or how to go through someone's purse without being noticed.
I see. The combination of restraint and the mechanics of general acquisition of property. That seems doable. Let's get to work.
Crazel?
The fuse didn't catch.
Black powder? I'd never have expected that from Crazel.
Imagine, that monarch of ours is half deaf.
That dog of yours? What does that have to do with the gunpowder magazine?
Just that I was wondering that the explosions didn't bother him at all. At least he won't suffer here. And now I'm not surprised he was so unhappy with that bastard Vasarik. Hey, how did you know what we were actually doing?
I didn't exactly.
But you said weapons. How did you find out? Did we let it slip somehow?
The moment you started dealing with saltpeter, I thought you might be making arrowheads out of those crystals.
Sakra. That means it's all on me. I told Crazel we should use the story about the butchers and say less about the golem. Anyway, you did a damn fine job. You deserve a nickname from me, like I promised. We're going to call you Sourdough.
Sourdough? Why?
Sourdough?
Well, when you came here, you were kind of unrefined, grey, nothing much. But as you gained experience, you rose and rose until you've risen into a companion we need not be ashamed of. Take care then, Sourdough. And come back and visit sometime.
All right, we're Sourdough.
Excuse me.
You look awful.
Where's the other guy?
What happens? Just watch where you're going next time.
Where's the other dude? I want to talk to him. Then we'll meet him a little bit later. I don't see him anywhere. Huh. Where the hell did he walk off to? Maybe I'll come back to the camp and talk to him one more. When it comes to the miller, though, we'll probably talk to him when he comes back, and maybe he'll have a blueprint of the gunpowder or something. Alright. We'll wait like an hour, see if he's back home. There's like 2 or 3 locations the miller's gonna be.
Aye. I'll head to the bathhouse right away.
Oh, I'm stinky. It's probably because of all that gunpowder. There. That should help a little. Oh, there he is.
So how about that book of yours, Crazel?
Wouldn't you like to know?
All secretive again, are we? I thought we got past that.
Keep your secrets,
Henry.
Gandalf.
Force of habit. My great work is complete. I picked up where Black Bertolt left off and brought his conclusions to a close. I believe that my work will lay the foundations of a new world where knowledge will forever reign over darkness.
Sounds interesting. Could I at least get a peek?
Sorry, Henry, but that won't happen. If anyone heard about the book, the church would be after me, like a dog after a rabbit. I hid the original so well, even you wouldn't be able to find it. Believe me.
Sit up
I
your
made a
ass.
mess of
You know I'd never tell anyone about it.
it. What if you were tortured, huh? No. You can never be too sure. I even made an exact copy, just to be safe. That was even more work than we had with the original.
So maybe you could lend me this copy?
It's no longer here. I paid a messenger to take it to Kuttenberg, to someone I owe a lot to.
Oh, Kuttenberg, huh? Maybe we'll get the thing later.
Crazel. Where's the copy?
In the good hands of a messenger who'll hand it over to Hermes Trismegistus. You're not
Hermes
gonna catch that fella.
Trismegistus.
He set off straight for Kuttenberg.
Who's Hermes Trismegistus?
That I will not tell you.
Well, I hope your courier arrived safely and didn't lose such a rarity to a common thief on the way. What's new around here?
Nothing much, lad. At least I haven't heard about anything.
I've done everything on the map that I could possibly and ever could do.
I'll have a look at the wares.
I mean, if anything, it's gotta have, like, maybe the recipe, right? Oh, he doesn't. Did we learn how to make gunpowder at least? Because it wouldn't be a potion, would it? Yeah, because it would be like gunpowder or black powder, and I do not see it. Anything else? Thievery, what's going on? Teach me.
I'd like to learn something new.
Well, all right. Throw in a few.
Alchemy.
Talk about alchemy like a book.
We've been through a lot together. Let's start. Let's get to work.
Let's kind of get a little bit more bonus points. I would think that helped me.
Doggy.
Okay, well, I think it's time for me to go back to Troskowitz. I'm gonna clean my clothes there and get something to eat and drink, or eat and rest there and everything. That'll probably be a good stopping point too, because I got a couple things I want to take care of and all that, and then Laura and I, later on today, are going to go and watch Killers of Kill Tony live. So, yeah, we'll actually be in the theater and all that. The thing is, I don't think there's any footage of that event, so I don't know what we're in store for. But hopefully it's good. Hopefully. Hopefully it's some good shit. No clue. What are you growling at? Oh, you're not my dog. The hell? Okay, first things first. Let's clean our equipment. Where's my horse?
Go! 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 Whoa!
Let's clean everything. God, everything's dirty.